Hey sewing friends, so this is my very late Friday sews video, and in the last video I posted I told you that I wanted to make the Closet Core Kalle shirt in the cropped version out of a black linen that I had gotten from my stash from Merchant and Mills because I wanted to wear it specifically with, and I'll put a picture of here, with this polka dot skirt that I made, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 months ago. And so I did get the shirt completed. Okay, here we have it. I went ahead and just used the Wawak mother of pearl buttons, added a little label there in it. And I originally made this shirt in a size 16 in a raw silk, kind of a natural raw silk. So it was kind of like an ivory, off-whitish color. And it was adorable. I love it. And I've worn it, and it's one of my favorite shirts that I wear. But the last time I wore it, I noticed that it seemed a little small on me. And of course, during tax season between January and April, you know, I did gain some weight. I knew I gained some weight. And so I thought, do I want to do the straight 16? Well, I thought I would go ahead and try an 18. Now on the original one, the only adjustment I made was I added 2 inches because it was really cropped on me and I didn't want it that short. So this one I made size 18 and just added 2 inches to the length. And I absolutely adore this top. I'm going to wear this all through the spring, summer, and probably late summer and early fall. I'm not particularly, though, it's a great shirt, but I wish I hadn't have lengthened it the 2 inches that I did. Now, I don't know if it's because it's a size bigger or if the fabric is a little bit looser or heavier than what the raw silk was, but this I feel is just a little bit too long for the vision that I had in mind with the skirt. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to let it marinate and think on it, because I wore it to work the other day and, you know, it was fine, but I still kept thinking that the shirt was a little bit too long, and it kind of gave me this frumpiness in the hip tummy area. But here's the thing. I've done this several times where I've made something and it didn't turn out 100% specifically like how I thought it was going to. And I thought, oh, it doesn't fit, it's wrong, and I don't like it, and I'll like stick it away in my closet or in a, you know, pile or something and not wear it. And then one day, just out of the blue, I'll go ahead and put it on. And I'm like, why didn't I like this? This is fabulous, you know? So that's what I'm thinking might be the case with this. It may be that, yeah, I was envisioning it to be a little bit cropped, a little bit more cropped than it is. Maybe it's fine. I just need to look at it more objectively. Maybe. I don't know. I'll give it a go. So yeah. At first, and you might say, Carol, why don't you just shorten it? Well, normally I would, except it's not that easy because the hem on this isn't a hem, and it's really kind of cute. You know, you have this little high-low hem and it comes here in this little, you know, split. But it's not just hemmed, it has this separate like hem facing. So the hem facing is like, I don't know if you can tell, but it's a good 2 inches or something. And then it's really interesting. Oh, knocked myself with the hanger. It's kind of interesting how it comes together at the side seam. And so it's a little bit more intricate to have to unpick that. And of course I thought I would just go ahead and secure it using my cover stitch. So there's 2 lines, I don't know if you can see it, 2 lines of cover stitching on it. So it would kind of be some work to unpick it and then shorten it and then put it back on. So again, I'm just going to marinate. Just let it marinate, try it on again in a week or so, see if I like it, see if it's fine. And then I'll decide if I either want to take the hem, like take the facing off and shorten it, or if I maybe want to just buy some more black linen and make a different version, maybe, you know, I mean, with different buttons or something. But regardless, I do love this shirt, and who doesn't love linen? Oh my gosh, wonderful to wear, wonderful to sew with. So that's what I completed last week. This week, what I'm working on is the Ravello top from my So Over It Summer Dreamin' ebook that I bought 5 years ago. Now, when I first bought this, I was so excited and I wanted to make every single pattern in there, and they have different, they take one pattern and they'll sort of make it into 2 or 3 different options. For instance, there'll be a dress. The Sienna dress is this cute little dress, but then they'll make it so you can make the skirt only and then the top only. I mean, you know, there's lots of variations, and I thought, oh, I'm going to go ahead and make every single one of these. And I had made the Ravello top, and this was when I was still a little, what's the word? I don't want to say uncomfortable, but I wasn't as skilled and as knowledgeable and I guess as comfortable with sizing and adjustments as I am now. So I had made the Ravello top and I loved it. I thought it looked great, except it was super short. Like literally it would come just below my boobs. So even if I was wearing something super high-waisted, you know, either a skirt or a pair of pants, there was still going to be skin showing between my waistband and the top. And then it just looked kind of funny. Like it looked like it was too short. Like I just needed to pull it down. And that's pretty normal for me. I do have a long torso, and then I have, you know, a big bust. So almost every pattern I do generally have to add some length to. So this one I went ahead and got the pattern and I lengthened it. But it was really odd because, you know, it has this grown on sleeve and it has this dart here. I don't know if you can see the dart here. And the dart is a French dart, obviously, because it starts out low. And in the instructions, they talk about how the dart is there for armhole shaping, you know, arm size shaping. And it's like, okay, that's kind of weird, because I remember thinking there is no way this is going to point towards my apex, especially, I don't know if you can see the dotted line here, but that's like the bust line, okay? So I went ahead and, you know, cut it out, traced it out, and I wasn't sure, you know, there was no lengthen or shorten line on it. So I'm thinking, So all I did was just say I added 2 inches at the bottom and didn't even twirl it because I knew that I liked it before. And the only thing I didn't like was that it just wasn't long enough. So the fabric that I wanted to use was this linen that I've had, a green linen that I got from online-fabrics.com. They sell a lot of linen. This is their signature linen, and their signature linen, they do something with it so that it's softened. It's really soft, and it is actually really pliable and soft. I think the weight is maybe a 5-ounce linen. I think it's their 5-ounce linen signature. And so I've gotten a little ways on it. Gotten the darts done and the pleats basted down, and now I just need to put the next step is to just sew at the shoulder seams, the front to the back at the shoulder seams. So that is the Sew Over It Ravello top from the Summer Dreamin' ebook series, or ebook that they have. Now I chose that green linen because what I want to pair it with is a skirt with this absolutely gorgeous silk crepe de chine that I got from Britex Fabrics. And I think the two together just look fabulous. They look fabulous. And the pattern that I want to do for this, it's just the only skirt, you know, if I would get off my keister and pattern and draft a skirt sloper, I could go ahead and make the skirt that I want. And maybe I'll do that. You know, I just got to do it. And honestly, the reason why I don't want to do that is because I'm going to have to take my measurements. And as I said, I gained some weight. And I just don't want to face the reality of what that number around my abdomen and my hip is going to be. But I need to get over myself, okay? Just get over myself. So maybe I'll do that. in the meantime, if I don't get a good quick start on that, I'm just going to go ahead and make this Simplicity 9472 again. This one with the pleats. Yeah. And so that is the plan for this week. Now, in the past, I had mentioned that I wanted to do a spring fashion show, and I think I gave you the date of May 9th. And I chose that date because I really thought that I could get some sewing done, that I could just be Wonder Woman and work during tax season, but still come home and sew. And yeah, that did not happen. So I'm gonna still want to have the fashion show. Okay, I haven't selected the date yet. It'll either be the end of May or the first part of June. But do keep in mind, because we're all doing some spring sewing, and I know you guys want to show off what you've been making for spring. So again, if you've already made something or if you have something in mind, please send your photo to pollysews22@gmail.com. Let me know the pattern and the fabric that you did. Now, if you want, you don't have to show your face. You don't have to give me your name or anything like that. But I think it really would be a lot of fun for all of us to show some of the really wonderful outfits or garments that we've made for spring. And I did this before with the Rhapsody. So if you want to see kind of, and if my editing skills and YouTube skills were super, I mean, they're not good now, but they were even worse back then. But I will go ahead and try and pin or link the video here so you can sort of see what the Rhapsody fashion show looked like. So again, spring fashion show, send me your photos of what you've made this spring, pollysews22@gmail.com. Okay, Friday sews on Monday. Yeah, better late than never, right?